It's well, it's a testament to people's organization and the fact that somebody wanted to create that. Somebody wanted to create this 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 spectacle, this event, this
Mm,
this kind of exhibition, because I like each game is kind of an exhibition
mm,
of the art of the sport. And the amount of thought that goes into it, like putting microphones in the board to get the sound of the dart hitting the cork, isn't it? Cork
yes.
material that's in there, and it and then getting that and pumping it up onto a big screen and getting the monitors, and it's as it's like a festival, really. It's as much
Yes.
organization as, they put more organization into that, into more than most businesses put into their
Mm,
presentations, right? The business will hire this hall and they'll hire a big auditorium, and the people will come in and some will sit at the front and some will sit at the back, and there'll be a microphone and there'll be a big echo and it'll be hard to hear, and
mm,
the organization will be just bleh, and it'll be average. And then you go to an event like
mm,
this darts arena where you know everything is perfect, right? It's all done perfectly. You can be part of the event. You feel the atmosphere. You can
mm,
communicate. Everything's on big screens. Everybody's getting the same information relayed to them at the same time. There's uh, there's other things going on the side to entertain people and keep them entertained, and um, to help with the focus. It's a shame when you look at businesses and the fact that businesses very often don't put the same thought and
mm,
effort into the things that they're doing, because I mean obviously the people involved in darts are very passionate about that. They're going to spend that time looking at the attention to detail, and seeing how they can make things better and how they can attract
mm,
more people and what they can offer, and uh, and you know talk it up, and build it up, and create a culture around it as well, because that's kind of what um, grows anything is culture, right?
mm,
I mean, the even in a scientific microbacterial level, you talk about the culture of the bacteria, right? Culture is what grows anything. It's what grows the business. You got to have the right culture within the business, the right framework, the right mindset, the right people meeting the right people, the right kinds of growth. You got to have um, vision and
mm,
mission, and all these elements together, that and bring people together so that they can share what's going on, and try to move forward. And it's all part of culture. And it's it's interesting to see where people put in the time and the effort and the ideas and the energy, and what's possible. You can take a simple activity like the throwing of a dart against a board, which is just look, that's an extension of, just archery, isn't it? It's a simplification of the ancient archers used to fire their arrows at targets Robin Hood style, or the
mm,
Vikings had their axes and they would throw their axe and try to hit the target or try to hit the tree or something like that. And it's 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 an extension of that activity, and it's turned into an event that's enjoyable for everybody who attends, which is kind of the whole point. And it's it's a nice thing. It's one of those positive elements of modern culture where maybe it is a little bit crazy, but that doesn't matter, because it's fun, and it's fun to be involved in it, and to share the activity, and just just to be part of anything really is nice, and to have the personalities, and to when you got a personality you can promote the event, and people with painted faces and red hair and
Yeah.
colorful clothes are necessary for these things. If you don't have a personality, you can't really promote anything. I mean, it's a kind of a strange thing, but people follow people.
Yeah.
That's what they do. People follow people. I want to go where the people go. People follow people. And you need someone at the front who's visible, who's going to be the head of things. And it's very often not the most well-known people are very often not the best.
Mm.
They're just good at promoting themselves, which is necessary in that business if you
Mm.
want to survive. Because what are you going to do when you finish, right? Your darts career won't last forever, right? At some point in time, you will have to stop. You will have to retire. And then what are you going to do next? If you haven't built up a following and if you haven't used your personality in some way, there's nothing that you can do next because, where do you go and what do you do if people don't know who you are? You've got to make a name for yourself, and you can see how that works out well for this character in the darts field. And you can see how bad it is for, like, if I relate it to the NASCAR that I follow, one of NASCAR's biggest problems is they don't have any personalities. They've got great drivers, but they don't have somebody who's going to stand up and be magnetic and electric and be entertaining. They don't have anyone like that. All their drivers they're great drivers, but they're like robots when when they talk, and because they're so focused on their driving, perhaps, and maybe they should be. But to promote the sport, you need characters, because that's what Jonah Lomo, who was a big rugby player, he promoted rugby, and you need I guess, Lionel Messi to be the face of football, and every sport needs its face, its recognizable person there, and darts is no exception.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.